Yes, done deal. Leicester City have completed their first outfield signing of the summer. Less than 11 hours until that window closes. They've left it late, but they've got Wout Faes, the Belgian international centre-back from Reims. He's signed a 5-year contract. A fee, we believe, is worth up to £15 million. And he will be at the game tonight against Manchester United at King Power Stadium. Can't play in it, of course, but expect him to be there watching when he can meet the rest of his teammates. And from a Leicester supporters' perspective, it's a difficult sell, isn't it? You've lost Kasper Schmeichel, club legend. You've lost Wesley Fofana, your best player, arguably, for £70 million, and they've spent £15 million on a replacement. But this kid came through the Anderlecht Academy. He's 24 years old. Leicester think he's a good prospect who they can add value to. He will get game time for Leicester this season, and Leicester are still trying to do a right winger with Jeremy Boga still on the agenda for them. But done deal for Leicester. It's taken them a time, hasn't it, to get to this stage, but they've got one across the line. A Wout Faes, centre-back from Reims, signed and sealed on a 5-year contract.
It's worked out quite well for him because, go back to the weekend, he thought he was going to Torino. At the last minute, Torino decide to undercut Reims and decide that they're not going to pay the 15 million, and that leaves them stuck because Faes has got his bags packed, he's all ready to come, and he's really, really disappointed that the move to Torino doesn't come through. And then this Leicester thing falls into his lap, which is more money, gets to come to the Premier League. I think he'll be really glad how it's happened. Now, I understand Leicester fans have been pretty tense this summer because, of course, it's been really slow moving in the transfer market. It's something Brendan Rodgers has talked about. But this is exactly the sort of market that they should be shopping at. You know, this is a guy who's been very, very consistent over the last couple of years in Ligue 1. He's strong, he's physical, he's going to win his aerial challenges, and he's a good leader in that defence. You look at Fofana, when he came across, Rob was talking about them losing Fofana. I don't think there were loads of Leicester fans who'd seen him play loads before he arrived. He'd only played 20 games or so in Ligue 1. I think Faes will be really good for them.
Leicester sort of have precedent in doing that, though. Players that you haven't really heard of and getting them in for a reasonably good fee as well.
Ante, Mahrez, Fofana for a start, straight away, loads of them.
Yeah, I think in terms of timing, you want to feel that there's a plan. So you want to feel that they were going to do something a little bit earlier. But, you know, things have been tight for Leicester. I still think they've got a good deal. And as we've seen with Manchester United and Casemiro, a panic buy can still be a good buy.
I think there's something else to that as well, which is we're just hearing £70 million pounds brought in for Fofana. But if everyone knows you've got that burning a hole in your pocket, to be able to do a deal at that sort of price is actually even more impressive because, you know, we're going to talk about this, I'm sure, on this section, but a lot of European clubs are applying a Premier League tax when they're selling players this summer, and I think that's a good price for Faes.